This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now, where we bring you the 3 E's: educate, empower, and engage. I'm your host, Harvey Blankfeld, along with our co-host, Shelley Brown, and we've been selling homes here in Southern Nevada since 1988. Shelley and I are also very proud to be part of the Real Estate Radio Network. That is a national network of local real estate professionals delivering timely, balanced truths about local market conditions. And with us in studio now, we have Tracy Ruccia from Equity Title. She's the Executive Vice President and County Manager. You know, today I wanted to touch on something that has been changing and evolving over time, and that's short sales. And we've seen them go from extraordinarily difficult to do when they first started to hit the scene to quite easy after a while. But now they're bending back. They're going back to being more difficult. And I wanted to ask your opinion about that. Have you seen the effect of the change in short sales? Have you seen a change of implementation of those or closing of those?
Absolutely, and you brought up a good point. When the short sales first hit the market in mass quantities, it was 6 months, a year,
right,
18 months to get those closed. And then the systems were put in place, and they actually started working, which was nice. Yes.
Yeah.
And they were able to get closed in a more timely manner. Being that the short sales aren't as abundant as they were, the lenders are going back to just making it a little bit more difficult because they feel that they can get more out of it.
You can buy a house, you can close in 45 days. You can buy an REO, or foreclosed property, one that the bank owns, in 45 days.
Right.
Why are you going to mess with a short sale that may or may not close in 6 months and may or may not close for the same price that they're listed for?
You know, I think pretty much it's not going to close for the price they're listed for.
Right.
Because I think they're so hard now that the agents that have them are lowering the prices to try to create something, to make something happen, and the price is not the right price.
We're finding right now, we just did, end of the year, kind of consolidating numbers, seeing what's going on in our short sale closings. Not openings, but our closings are down 38%.
There you go. So so 38% of them are closing. Is that what you're saying? Or
no,
down?
They're down.
They're down 38%.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I mean, a lot of short sale listings end up going to REO or foreclosure because the bank just doesn't want to do it. I want to talk a little bit about TRID, and I want to vent a little bit. This was not an equity title issue, but I had a client, and I want to bounce this off of you. We had a lender, an out-of-state lender, trying to create a CD, a closing disclosure, for a borrower, and they were trying to coordinate with the escrow company, and they knew that they had to get this CD out to that day. Right. So they were emailing back and forth, and they weren't coming to a conclusion. And they both of them knew, by emphasis from myself and from the borrower and everyone, that we had to have it that day so we could close on time. And we had already had an extension because we didn't make it the first closing time. Well, they're both from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. They're emailing back and forth. They can't balance, and so we didn't make it. So I got to ask for a second extension. And have you seen that from some of the banks, that they're not in sync with the rules?
Yes. I will say I've seen him, and I've seen it from the majority of the banks.
Is that right?
Yes.
They just don't know.
They don't know, and they don't get the urgency. What was funny is the old way. Title understands the urgency.
Right.
Oh my goodness, I need my HUD-1. I need my figures. I'm coming in to sign, and it was always on us. Well, with that task changing onto the lender, they're just like, well, we'll get to it, or it'll be done.
Right.
And they don't get the urgency.
Right, they don't really care. And I do want to say that, we ask buyers, when they say they have an out-of-state lender, we're never a fan.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, well, you want me to use your guy or your friend or your buddy, and that is not it.
No.
It's that we want to get the deal done with somebody that's competent. And guess what? When they're out of state, typically they don't do it our way here in Nevada.
Right. That's right.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now with hosts Harvey Blankfeld and Shelley Brown. Please tune in every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 720 KDWN.